Hello again. Welcome back. I get a lot of questions from people about adding in certain foods. A lot of people want to know, can I add in a piece of fruit now and again, or can I add in greens? Like, can I eat broccoli with this as well? Those things are healthy, right? They're good foods, right? Why not eat them? And yeah, that's a reasonable thing to say. I'm not here to argue against the health of fruit and against the health of greens, and especially things like broccoli or cauliflower or carrots or whatever. These are all super healthy, whole plant-based foods. There's no doubt about that, and there's no argument against it. I'm definitely not arguing against eating those things. What we're trying to do in the SpudFit Challenge is to get as close as possible to an abstinence model for treating our food addiction. Right? We're trying to treat our addiction by getting as close as possible to quitting food as we can. All right? And that means removing all except one food. You can't quit food entirely, so one food only is as close as possible to that. If you think about the way addiction works, when you're quitting alcohol, quitting cigarettes, quitting gambling, whatever, you got one choice to make, and that is, do I drink or do I not? That's it. All right. With food addiction, you've got many choices to make, unless you go down the route that we are trying to go down, the SpudFit Challenge route. It's am I hungry? You got two choices to make. It's not quite as simple as alcohol, but you got two choices to make. Should I eat or should I not? If yes, I eat potatoes. It's that simple. All right. We want to make it as simple as possible. All right. Again, this doesn't have to be potatoes only. All right. This is up to you. This is if you decide that your rules and your way of doing this is with fruit and with broccoli, or with carrots or whatever, as well as your potatoes. That's up to you. That's if you want to do it that way and it works for you, and I hope it does. I really hope it does. Then that's good, and that's for you to figure out. My personal opinion, and it bears out through what the science on addiction tells us, is that we're better off limiting our decisions as much as possible. Now, that's only for a short period of time, by the way. Maybe a month, maybe 2 months. Some people might like to do longer, but once you've got through that period, you've done your SpudFit Challenge, then of course you're going to eat all of those foods in. This short period of time is not necessarily about trying to improve your physical health. Your physical health is going to improve because potatoes are super healthy, but that's a byproduct of what we're trying to achieve. What we're trying to achieve is a changed mental state. All right. If you can change the way you think about food and the way you behave around food, those weight loss and health goals are going to happen on their own. You don't need to focus on that. All right. You just need to make sure that your behavior is right. If you behave like a skinny person, you will become one. It makes that it's that simple. All right. I often get people saying that I'm craving greens. I'm craving greens. If I'm craving greens, surely that's a good thing. I should just have the greens. That's good. Two answers to that. One, craving greens is a good thing. Yes, of course. If you're craving greens, that's a good thing. But the second point is that this SpudFit Challenge is a chance for us to learn how to deal with cravings and how to move past cravings and how to live life without succumbing to cravings all the time. And practicing and getting better at dealing with cravings is the same whether it's cravings for chocolate or whether it's cravings for greens or bananas or whether it's cravings for pizza or ice cream. The mental gymnastics required, or the mental algorithm required to get through the cravings, is very similar. So, when cravings for cauliflower and broccoli pop up, that's not necessarily, during your SpudFit Challenge, is not the time to go, yeah, okay, I'll give in to that craving and I'll eat that. That's, no matter what the craving is, it's a good chance for you to practice building the beat cravings muscle. right? Every time you have a craving and push through without giving into it, this beat cravings muscle gets a little bit stronger, all right? If you get a craving, whatever the craving, and you give into it, the beat cravings muscle gets a little bit weaker, all right? We're trying to work on, spend a bit of time working on getting better at beating cravings, all right? So use this as your training. This is like your cravings boot camp. You're trying to get better and stronger at dealing with cravings, all right? Whether it's a craving for healthy food or junk food, the idea behind beating the cravings is the same. So keep working that muscle and forget about trying to add in other foods for the moment. You can get to that later. All right, thanks.